Hey guys, welcome to the next episode in the All-Regen Liverpool series, and this is the game, I suppose, void game against Newcastle. Of course, City have already won the league, as I showed you previously. 3 games to go, we can only get 9 points. That will not, of course, be enough. They've only, look at that, conceded 16. I realise there's 3 games to go, so obviously going to make maybe concede a few more. But I've checked before. That is the lowest amount of conceded goals. We've scored way more than them, but we've conceded a lot more. So what can you do? That's at least for champions. That's the lowest it's been on this game. I don't know about in real life. I assume it is in real life as well. Maybe that first or second Chelsea season, with Jose Mourinho might give that a challenge. But yeah, I've got Trevor Cooper playing for Newcastle, a former player of mine. I didn't really like him, to be honest. He didn't fit into my philosophy. As you can see, I bought him for, I made a slight profit on him. Well, as you can see, he wasn't that great. I only played him a few times, and to be honest, didn't really fit into the team very well. So, yeah, we've got Bergen. I'm going to try Bergen up front this time. I want to see what he's like up there. He's a useful option to have up front. He can play there, and I think he played there for West Brom actually for a while. So, yeah, we've got that. We've got Antunes, Brown, Mateo, Vaz, Suarez, and Barton in goal. So let's go. So, just go out this. I'm just going to say enjoy yourselves. Because that's all they can do. Because now, all we can do is consolidate this second place. This is like the last time I think I can be sort of kind of relaxed because we've got. Look at obviously the former player scores against us through route one. That's an assist for the goalkeeper. Oh dear. But yeah, as I was saying, this is the one where I can truly relax and just be a bit more, give the players a go, because there's the Everton game next, and then there's the Man United game, and then a week later there is. Oh, I think that came off. I think that came off the other striker. He fell over. That was a bit weird. Anyway, yeah, so we've got the Everton game next, which we'll put out a full strength team for, and then we've got the Man United game a week later. That's bizarre. Liverpool United as a final game. I just don't see that happening. Anyway, that's for later on. And then, of course, the Champions League final a week later against Bayern Munich at the Millennium Stadium. I'd love for a final to be held at the Millennium Stadium. It's great. It really is a great arena. I love it. Never been, but I think it looks great. Oh, it's Suarez who scored there. It's on the volley. It could just make a point about Suarez. Of course, I bought him in. Whoa, how much I thought he dropped that thing. Bought him in for £3.5 million. I don't think he's been that bad at all. Considering from Real Madrid player especially, for £3.5 million, he's done. He's not the absolute best goal scorer in the world. There are obviously players. See what I mean? No, that's just one instance. But there are players out there who obviously are better than him. But he's done really decently. To be fair to him. But no one's really doing that well out there today. And Antunes, so inexperienced. He's so irritating sometimes. Antunes. He's a typical Liverpool player who would really. He's a typical Liverpool player. That's because he's good on his day, but he is brutally frustrating at times. And where the hell is Bergen going? He ran right to the corner flag. Dear me. Have I got like time wasting on or something? Because that was not good. Why is Simon? What's going on with some of these passes? Terrible. Anyway, let's see what can we. What is going on with the passes? Why are they passing like the? Like the Yeah, the passing is truly appalling again, like we saw against Bolton for the first half. Different team, of course. Obviously, we're away as well, so obviously makes a bit of a difference. But no, not the best so far. I did say to them enjoy it, but this still there's a limit. Play well and do stuff, but it's like at least give a good representation of yourselves, and just sort of shrug your shoulders and go, meh, not my fault, like most Liverpool players did last season in real life. I mentioned that several times in previous commentaries. I just say Liverpool players just don't take responsibility for anything. It's going to give away a penalty. Oof, that was really close. But yeah, that's one thing. But not just Liverpool players, actually, almost all players do it. I think because I noticed it more because you pay more attention in a Liverpool game. But yeah, he is very, very irritating. It's a very irritating attribute, is that when people just don't um, take responsibility for something. They'll just look like. I think a great one for that's Ronaldo. I watched him in Euro 2012. He would just every time like he just he'd mess up and he'd look at the rounds and like point to someone and go, "That was you," kind of thing. I mean, obviously he didn't do that, but it's sort of the impression he gave. And a lot of players seem to be doing that as well. And that was a crap half. That really was rubbish. Right, let's see, what can we do here? Yeah, Simon Moore really not looking his best at the moment. Let's go attacking. This team isn't like a weak team, It's not as if I've like put out the youth team here. This is a good team. This is like I'd say second or third string. So it should beat Newcastle really. Nah, it's not third. It's I'd say second string. This is third's a bit. Nah, it's not third by any means. I'd say this is a second string team. Like second. You know what I mean when I say that, by the way. In case you don't, obviously it means not the first, not the first sort of 11, but I'd say like a second 11. It's a good save by Barton. The only player I think who probably doesn't really fit now would be Antunes, since he's still quite young. Still, I think he's only 18. So I think he might be 19 now, actually. But apart from that, I think the only other young player we've got in the team there is Matei's quite young actually. He's sort of fitted in right away though. He was like brought in as a senior player, but like a really young senior player. A little bit of hesitation there. Yeah, so he's the only like youngster in the team, So it's not as if like we're struggling here with young players. Just not a very good performance. That's all. Then again, Newcastle haven't been particularly good either. They got one lucky break, one little deflection, and allowed Trevor Cooper to go in, who typically, as always, is a former player of mine, so he is almost always guaranteed to score against me. Now, let's see if we can get a better second half here. So we're half an hour in, it's a little better. The bars with a shot. I don't think he's scored for us yet. Okay, he's only been here for like 3 months, but fair enough. But yeah, I think when you're down that left-hand side, especially when you've got Trevor Sadler, on fighting for his position as well. He's not fighting; he will almost always carry that left-hand side. It's just I want to rest him for the. Well, not rest him. Yeah, I just want to have him. I don't want to risk him or anything. Now you've got to make sure that the big players don't get injured or anything. Because the worst thing that can happen, of course, now is a player to miss the Champions League final. You really don't want that. Anyway, we're going to make a sub here. See from this highlight. Now it's a crap highlight. Okay. Now Simon Moore's not had a good game, has he? Now he's Ryan Bergen. That's why I play him. Now do you see why I play him on the right? Let's bring Castillo on anyway with Suarez. Yeah, we haven't really had that many chances, have we? Not been the best. Mavello slipping slightly as well. Mavello. I think it's mainly because I've played him in a defensive role lately. It's so hard for him to try and get into that left-hand side role now because there's two really good. We've got Sadler, who is the club captain, and you've got Labars as well, who's like sort of second choice now because I've got to justify buying him. Oh, that's it. The goalkeeper's got to save that. And again, a rather poor performance from the second string here, so not that good. Yeah, that's disappointing. Might as well push higher up, do with the whole attacking thing. Yeah, look at that one shot on target. Really not good enough. Say, push higher up. Yeah, they don't look like they want the ball half the time. Anyway, let's see what Antunes can do here. A shocking cross, really. Admittedly, it was well met, but so I'm going to say overload yet, but was that Simon Moore's header not the best, so I think we might go to overload in the next few minutes. Actually, I'll do it now. Once the next highlight comes up, that is. Yeah, defensive. Yeah, nothing, forget it. I'm not even going to make a sub, to be honest. Like, make sure everyone's rested. Going to make a difference, is it? Whatever. Of course, one thing you don't want to do is damage the morale so much that when you go into the Champions League final, everyone's morale is crap. That's one thing you've got to make sure, and I think that really you don't have in real life is to manage morale. It's not a visual thing. Well, it is, but it's not like like a charted visual thing, like the game gives. Obviously, you can read players' faces and body language and stuff, but it doesn't have it out on a piece of paper for you, ready saying, "What does morale like? Very poor." Oh, so I love how it keeps switching. It just keeps telling me Newcastle switched to a defensive style. Newcastle keeps switching to a defensive style. Yeah, I can see that. You've told me once, you don't need to fucking tell me again. It's one thing I'd like to see fixed. Just stop telling me the same old drivel game. I can read, I can read the first time. I did catch it. I do read almost everything you say at the bottom when there isn't a highlight. Anyway, so a terrible, terrible performance, really. So again, some players really lacking there. Simon Moore not the best. Maybe he's on his way out. I don't think so. That's just it. He didn't have a good game against Chelsea. He didn't have a good game against whatchamacallit either. Wolves. Wolves. Chelsea hasn't had a good game here. So yeah, not the best in the world, but whatever. I've got to keep my players getting ready now for the Champions League final. If the game ever wants to fucking load. As I say, I've mentioned this before. What it does, when you lose, it deliberately slows the game down, just sort of mocks you. I have a troll face in the middle now. Honestly, it might as well just be a troll face here. It's like, I'm going to go deliberately slow to piss you off. It's like, look, it just takes the piss. Usually it just goes straight through. You win and you just go straight through and it has the results there. But no, because with a fucking afternoon kickoff, it has to simulate all the other fucking games. And it's simulating bloody... What the hell was that? Some Ali Oxenfree or something from Saudi Arabia. What the hell was that? Why do I give a shit about that? I haven't even got them... Why do I give a shit that Gloucester's Paul Thompson's out for 3-1? Do you think I give a shit who that is? Do you think I genuinely give a fuck? No, I don't. Anyway, at least we drew with the City under 18s. We've qualified anyway, so well, that should happen. We're going to win it, hopefully. Yeah, so Arsenal are now catching us up, so we really need to. I think we will obviously put out a full strength team then again for the next two games, or near enough full strength team. Yeah, because I mean, look at that. There's the Everton game next week, which obviously I want to put out a full strength team. You don't put out a weekend team for a derby, do you? If you do, you're an idiot. And then a week later we have the United game, and then like a week later we have that's 6 days. So I might play actually. Can they even catch us up? Yeah, if we lose the next 2 games and Arsenal win, we could actually drop down to third, which you don't really want. So yeah, and I'm probably going to play a full strength team against Everton, and then play a 3/4 strength full strength team against Manchester United. It is Old Trafford, so that's a bit tricky. Might have to miss out 1 or 2 players for that, because you want to preserve players, but you don't really want to lose to United, do you? Especially at Old Trafford. I always lose at Old Trafford. Anyway, thanks for watching. Shitty game, but there you go. If you're a Newcastle fan, I'm sure you enjoyed this. So, yeah, I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.